Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your reading for Aries. Let's see what's going on with Aries. What does Aries need to know? Clarity, please. Ooh, I see the Empress. This is someone often open to something new, offers, opportunities, ideas. Very creative energy. Look at that. Beautiful. It's a determination to succeed. The Chariot is an energy of a person taking control of a situation. Yeah, we got someone here who's kind of been procrastinating, weighing the pros and the cons of a situation here. Yeah, but it's a person here taking the lead, executing a plan. Yeah, we got a curious person. Someone here's curious. It's about learning. It's a person shining a light. It has to do with talking, communicating. Yeah, this is a person who's been keeping a lot of feelings to themselves. See, keeping it all in, but they're curious. It's someone who wants to know. They want to know something here. Ooh, they want to connect. There's a connection here. Some of you could be aware of this, but it's a person, and some of you may have taken your power back from someone, but this is the Empress is healed. So this is about moving forward, determination. So I'm going to tell you, if there is this comparing one to the other, I can tell you nothing compares. Okay, because it's somebody here thinking, talking, shining a light, curiosity. Yeah, I feel like some of you, this is a person who is private, their private thoughts. They're keeping it to themselves, but they want to connect. And if you're comparing someone to someone else, there's a connection. Nothing's going to compare. Yeah, look at that. It's all about the things that you have in common, but it's about going down this path, teaming up. Someone wants to get together. I think this could be a curious stranger. It's often something that's unknown because it's a person keeping it all in. And they're kind of back and forth, like should I or shouldn't I? And it could be the Empress in this energy kind of, you know, some of you may have had something on and off. You've decided to put on the brakes, but this is healed. This is a person open. So there's confidence, self-control, and determination to succeed. Why is the Empress here? I'm just going to use this deck. Why is the Empress here? Yeah, this is a person just staying grounded. See, someone here, this is some of you, you've left something behind. I see determination to succeed. So lovely. But this is an energy of a person who no longer sees interest in past here, because this is about moving forward. But I feel like you got a person who's going to swoop in, and I have a funny feeling this is about being aware. This is often someone who's not really aware that there's someone curious. They got feelings, emotions, or keeping it all in. You're about to become aware. Let's have a look at the Chariot. Yeah, this is all about someone single. They're independent. Yeah, it's an energy of single. This is somebody here, I feel they already know you're single. They already know you're single. But I feel this is an energy of not being aware, because often this is someone focused on the task at hand, focused on self. Yeah, someone who tends to themselves. Interesting. Let's have a look at the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, see, there's a spark, desire, a passion, new beginning, attraction here. Ooh, I'm going to tell somebody finds you very attractive. Yeah, there's the spark, see, but they're keeping it to themselves. Who is this Page of Swords? The curious person trying to learn. Yeah, it's justice and harmony. Some Libra energy. I see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it's the energy of the Empress. Someone who tends to themselves, independent, single. Some of you have definitely moved on. You've left the past in the past. There's someone here you don't see a future with, but I don't think you're aware of this person. It's all about justice and harmony. Someone who's just right. Yeah, interesting. There's harmony here. Tell me about the High Priestess. Someone here's all in their feelings here, and I can see they're curious. They want to know, but they're keeping it to themselves. They're not saying anything. But it's all about this Queen of Pentacles energy. Yeah, that's a person here. It has to do with putting in effort, building. Someone's building up some confidence, I feel, but it's a person who's gone within. They want to build, but there's things that they want to know. Ooh, Eight of Pentacles, putting in effort. Yeah, so I do feel this has to do with a situation that's over. See, I feel this is a person who's knows that some of you have ended a situation, and it has to do with maybe what you do for work, things like this. It's all about just learning, but they're keeping this all to themselves. But you can see there's going to be clarity. The situation has ended. This is a person who's healed, Ten of Swords, and now we have the Sun coming out. Yeah. Yeah, we have the Queen of Swords. This is where you have to make a decision. If you are that feminine energy, see, some Libra energy, making a decision. Judgment. Whether someone's right for you or not. See, there's someone here who's not right. You could be comparing one situation to another, but I don't think you're aware that you've got a person who's curious. And it's like they're in this energy too, like, you know, should I or shouldn't I, you know, make that move? But there's so much desire and attraction. See, it's all about the one. Some of you have someone who you maybe thought was the one. Often this is where you have to cut someone out. But this has to do with the decision. This has to do with experience. Yeah, you're going to make a decision. Look at that, seeing things clearly. It's the start of something new. There's a connection here. Some of you got a new connection. You may not be aware of it yet, though. I wouldn't be surprised, because this is someone who's often still kind of, you know, releasing all this energy. But this is a person who's definitely looking out for themselves here. See, an independent energy. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, keeping it all in. I feel some of you, I mean, you could be becoming aware, seeing truth in a situation, but this is about trusting your inner knowing. Keeping it all in, not saying anything. But it's about your knowing, okay, what you already know. But I don't think you know who this person is. See, it's the mystery of the Empress, a mystery. There's something here that has to be solved, and it's a person shining a light, looking for clarity. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is someone who has experience, but it has to do with knowing, trusting your inner knowing, seeing clearly. So some of you are definitely making a decision, and it does have to do with a connection. See, connecting with someone, the things that you have in common. But it's about collaborating, coming together, teaming up. Yeah, look at that, victory, planning, preparing, hoping for the best. This is an energy of someone who takes pride in everything that they do. But it's an energy of someone who's broke free from a situation that wasn't right. Who is this person? Who is this person? It could be the Queen of Swords looking for clues and answers, you know, because this is a person curious, but I feel like this is another person. Yeah, who is this person? Who are they? It has to do with justice, just right. Yeah, it has to do with change. See, the tables are turning. I see a chapter being closed. Something has ended. And it's an energy of seeing why a situation's ended. But this is about becoming emotionally available, because we have a Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. This is often someone, see, it's a person's perception of someone that they're not available, that they just want to be single. And some of you, it's yourself comparing one situation to another. See, it's all about seeing the bigger picture, but it's also about seeing things clearly. It's about starting new. Yeah, we have a whole new chapter. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. I mean, this could be a person giving someone advice. There's some sort of enlightenment where everything's coming out in the open. Now we have the Queen of Wands. See, the energies of the Empress. Now this is definitely an attraction, desire, a spark. This is an energy of change. See, closing out a chapter. But it's about movement, making a move. And there's a lot of abundance here too. This is a whole new chapter. This is someone rising like the phoenix from the ashes. You can see there's been a healing here. And that's the Empress, open to new. But it has to do with this person. Who is this person? It's an energy of someone I feel who's probably moved on from a situation, but they're trying to learn something. They may be talking to someone, gaining some clarity, insight into a situation. Yeah, it's a person frozen in decision. See, there's change. I feel some of you are not going to see this coming. And it could be because some of you may be still kind of clearing things out, ending a situation. See, when the Ten of Swords is there, it shows a person who is healing. It's like saying goodbye to the past. But it has to do with a person who, I mean, this has to do, Aries, this looks to me like you've moved on. It's time to move on. But I don't think you're aware. I don't think you're going to see this coming. Yeah, see, there's a judgment. See, it's shedding, releasing. It's healing. See, it's a situation's over. But this is about perception, how someone perceives things to be. And there is going to be clarity because it is healing, but it's a decision that needs to be made. See, it's all about interest, investing. And I can see patience here. But it's about interest. See, there's someone interested in you. I don't think you're aware, but you're going to become very much aware because it's like secret, the mystery of the Empress. Someone's trying to discover and learn something. And it has to do with harmony, doing the right thing. But some of you have moved on from a situation, but see, the tables are turning. You're not going to see this coming. There's change coming. Some of you, I feel you have this. If you are comparing one situation to the other, or you have an energy of two, it's unable to make a decision. But this is often a person who doesn't see who's now seeing. Someone wants to know if you're seeing anyone, if you're open, available, and I do think you're going to have to make a decision. See, it's somebody who wants to know everything. It has to do with stability, partnering up, getting together. Now, this could be a place. It's often a place where people spend money, socialize. See, it's all about stability. The Empress is stable. So this is someone learning that you're stable. See, I feel like you're not going to see it coming. I actually feel like you're not aware because of this past energy. See, it's overcoming, healing. See, it hasn't quite happened. But it has to do with someone, you know, a passion, new beginning, a spark, attraction. So someone who's been keeping it all to themselves. I don't think you're aware of this person. You're going to be because the sun is shining. It's about making a connection. Yeah, look at that. Taking a leap of faith. See, making a decision, taking a risk. Some of you have taken a risk before. Things didn't, you know, it didn't go the distance. But this is something that could go the distance. It is all about planning, preparing, hoping for the best. See, it's all about finding someone that you're compatible with, things you have in common. But it's goals, what someone's hoping to achieve. So someone's achieved some goals. So pat yourself on the back for the goals that you've achieved, because it is about reflecting on all this. See, leaving the past in the past is time to move forward. But I don't think you're going to see this. It's almost like you're on this path. You're kind of doing your own thing. Yeah, it's a person taking a leap of faith. It's someone who's been harboring feelings. They're ready to get things going. See, opportunity. Ooh, this is an emperor. This is a person wanting to ask you out. It's about connecting, talking, possibly getting you alone, private conversation. But it has to do with someone who's looking before they leap. And this is something I feel some of you are learning, to look before you leap. But I don't think you're going to see this because it is rather spontaneous. This is somebody looking at the risks here, but they're pushing through that. And if you have an opportunity of two people, this person's coming in. They know what they want, but it's about talking, asking you out on a date. See, they've been preparing. But it is an energy of long term. You can see this is someone who's probably dated a lot of people. Nothing comes to fruition. So it is about someone here who's free, available. This is interesting. It's someone freeing up and maybe even time here. Tell me about the Six of Wands. Yeah, you got a person who's in their feels. This person is so in their feelings. This is about being emotionally available. Yeah. This is a person who, you know, that energy when someone feels free, they no longer want to date other people. That's when someone's falling in love. See, it's all about love, the things you have in common, compatibility, and going down this path. This is and it could be somebody building someone up here. See, it's about learning all the things that you have in common. But it's about two people who want someone compatible. So it's all about compatibility. But this is a person who's been keeping it in. I don't think you're aware of this person. It's just a person who's ready for love. But you can see wanting to communicate, taking a leap of faith. They're going to take a risk. Yeah. But it's where I feel in the end you have to make a decision. Some of you have ended something here, I can see. But you're wise right now. You're in that energy of wise, your intuition. So trust your intuition. Tell me about the Two of Swords, really. And some of you are indecisive. I do see unable to move forward, but it's taking off the blindfold to see. That's why I feel I don't think you're going to see this. This person's curious. They've probably been talking to people. They're learning. They want to know everything. So, but this is someone who's in their feelings. They're ready for love here. Look at that energy of waiting. See, it's an energy of waiting. This is a person who also just kind of prepares to be single, you know, feeling the ship has sailed. But I got to tell you, your ship's about to come in. But it all has to do with expansion. See, this is an energy of expansion. This is someone who knows, too, they've been wasting time, precious time. But while you're waiting for maybe another person, this is another person. This is an energy of new. There's happiness, joy, there's clarity. You're going to get some clarity. I think it's just going to happen. It's going to make you happy. But this person is someone who feels happy. They're ready. And it is about pride, being humble. This person's humbled. Ooh. See, it could be someone's, maybe their ego got in the way, but it all has to do about learning that this person, that you're stable, but this person is too. It's about partnering up. Tell me about that Ten of Pentacles first. Yeah, someone who's been preparing themselves financially, but it's just an energy of being grounded. See the goals that someone has achieved. This is expansion, someone who's achieved goals, Emperor status. So it's somebody who's coming in very humble, though. So you're not chasing after anything. You're doing you. I feel like you're just doing you, doing your own thing. Very independent. But it has to do with the King and Queen of Pentacles energies. Someone here is becoming very much aware, I feel, of the things you have in common. But I feel like you're going to become aware how someone feels. There's secrets, mystery, things that are hidden. Look at the connection. See, there's a connection. If you have a choice between two, you're probably comparing one to the other. But I wouldn't be surprised at this person doing this with you. There is a little procrastination here, but it's somewhat executing a plan. There's so much desire and attraction. Tell me about that Ace of Wands. See, nothing compares. But it's all about someone who's been waiting. These are just people who focus on their career, their finances, and waiting for that right person to come along. And here it is. Look at, there's opportunity. It's someone who sees opportunity. They know a good thing when they see it. But it's a person sort of like planning, preparing about how this is all going to play out. So they're preparing themselves for how this is going to play out. You're going to become aware of this, but it's about starting it, taking the lead. This person is also single, of course. Yeah. But I do see, you know, justice is in here. Justice and harmony. The harmony between two people, the things you have in common. So it's about connecting and having a conversation, face-to-face, privacy. And I've seen this in another reading. Yeah. Collective energy. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Yeah. See the things you have in common. But it's about collaborating, getting together, doing things together. See, they're looking at this. They're executing a plan. It's an energy where they're preparing. You know, the things that you can do together, the things you have in common, what you like, don't like. But there's a lot of common ground, a lot of creativity. See, it's someone who's going to create an opportunity. It's a person who often plans and prepares, tosses ideas back and forth, but they look at how this is all going to play out. And I actually feel this is someone who's probably had several opportunities to connect. But they ground themselves. See, this is a person who likes to prepare ahead. Look at that. See, the Empress. I don't think you're going to see it coming, but they are. This is somebody I feel who's aware that you're open and available. But this is a person learning the things that you've achieved, the goals. See, it's so interesting here, but it's all about adventure, having fun, doing things together, living in the moment. See, it's all about living in the moment, having fun together, spending time together. Yeah, they want to lay that foundation. See, I don't think you're going to see it coming, but this is about being open to receive. And I wouldn't be surprised some of you have a couple people. And if you have a couple, it's like I say, making a decision, but I almost feel like there's this other person here, the Emperor. The Emperor is someone who takes control. They're going to make this happen. That's why I feel creative energy, creating opportunity. The Emperor and the Empress. It's like you're waiting for something here. See, waiting. The Empress is patience, and I do see being patient, waiting patiently, and just expanding your own horizon, focusing on work, just doing you. You're just doing you. Yeah, some of you got a person keeping you hanging. Someone who's keeping you hanging. This person's not very confident, so there's that energy of this person here who likely lacks confidence and strength. But this is a different person. So while you're waiting, someone keeping you hanging, you're just doing your own thing. And then in comes this Emperor. This is going to be, it's going to make you happy because there's clarity. So this is where I feel like you have to make a decision. And it's about leaving this behind, moving on. It's not, ending it. Yeah. But it is an energy of someone who has ended a situation, but it is healing, and it is about being ready for new. See, the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. So it's like you already know, and someone's keeping you hanging. They're shy. They're not prepared. They don't really know what they want. This is why I feel like you're open to another person coming in. You got new, yeah. Someone who's been crushing. See a crush, longing for love. I think you've got a person who's been harboring feelings for a long time. It's not this person. This is the person that it's done. It's already done. I feel like you've lost interest. But you have a person who's curious, who's interested in you. They want to know everything. Look at that. It's a crush. It's longing. But it's a person here fantasizing and romanticizing. See how this is going to play out. They're coming in to lay the foundation. There's the cup. The offer, the invitation, their cup overflows with emotion, but they'll keep it to themselves until they're sure that you're interested. But they want to do things together. They want to spend time with you. If you've dealt with people who always have excuses and never want to spend time with you, that's that out with the old energy. So this is all new energy. This is an offer, an invitation. You're about to receive. This is communication too. It's coming in out of the blue. That's why I feel, and maybe even, like I say, multiple opportunities, but I see been there, done that. See, anyone who keeps you hanging, the Empress only waits around and patient for so long. Then in comes this Emperor. Wow. I mean, this is fast moving, spontaneous, someone who's just going for it, like they're going for it, It's all about living in the moment, spending time together, having fun. I feel like you're going to have fun with this person. And I do see this, all this clarity where this is all going to be exposed. This person's about to expose their feelings, express themselves. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they look at how everything's playing out. See, they've been preparing themselves mentally, emotionally, staying grounded. But it's all about what they're planning ahead. They're planning for. And this is about making a commitment to go on a date. See, I feel like some of you have a person who's kept you hanging. They've not made a commitment, or they just have excuses. That's what's being let go. But what's coming in is this, I feel it's a curious stranger. It's somebody who's full of love, but I can tell you they're not going to be telling you how they feel at that point. Emperors don't, often wear their heart on their sleeve, but you can see making a choice, choosing. Some of you have to make a decision. And I feel been there, done that with people who lack confidence or don't know what they want. This is someone who knows what they want. So it's just coming in to ask you on a date. Yeah, you can see there's a situation not going anywhere, but this is a person this is often someone who just walks right up to someone and asks them out. See, it's all about this crossroads, this life path choice decision. Yeah, see, somebody who's not on your level, people who don't know what they want or make excuses, they're not on your level. This person's on your level, but it's about the two of you coming together. So you're leaving this behind. I don't feel like it was, for some of you, it could have been something painful, but to me, it's more of the Empress rising like the phoenix from the ashes, because you can see the Queen of Wands is under there, kind of talk to the hand energy. I'm out of here, because there's incoming. Somebody coming in. This could go somewhere. I mean, look at that. See, this is about choice, lifestyle, habits, the way someone conducts themselves. So I feel like you have faith in yourself to make the right choice. Some of you have definitely had situations with people who weren't faithful, loyal, but it's all about two people. You're going to talk. They're likely going to just walk up to you. Some of you may be aware and know who this is. I wouldn't be surprised some of you do, but I feel most of you aren't. I do see privacy. See, someone who's private, they keep things to themselves. You're sticking to yourself. You're looking out for you. You're just doing you. You're just living your life. But it's all about learning. See, there's something being learned. I think it's the Emperor, but like I say, this person's going to they're going to go for it here. And I think you're going to go for it too. I think you're going to take this chance. And they are going to make a commitment. See, it's all about dating, courting, doing things together. This person knows, right? They know what they need to do. It's all about, it's not just following through, it's literally committing to spending time. Someone's making time for you. The seed being planted. See, they'll come in with this energy. The tables turn. See, things are starting to go in your favor, and all because of this releasing and that realization. See, now this is about things you've learned, experiences. So I feel like you know exactly what to do here. Yeah. But you are going to definitely find out about this person. Some of you know who it is. I feel most of you probably have no idea, because it's a curious stranger. Tell me more about the High Priestess. Yeah, see a little aha. You will become aware, and I don't think you're going to see it coming, and then you're going to have that aha moment. See victory, truth, seeing truth in the situation too. See, it's all about the truth. And it is somebody here who, it's often an opportunity idea, someone coming up with ideas. Yeah, wow. And I do feel you are doing you, but it has to do with some of you have taken your power back from someone. But this is all about this person planning, preparing. They've been procrastinating, but they know a good thing when they see it. And they're kind of preparing, like how it's going to play out, the things you're going to do, what to do, and coming up with ideas. Yeah, interesting. This is someone making a powerful move. They come in and take control. So whoever this is being left behind. The person who makes up excuses, keeping you hanging. So you're not on the same page. And you probably don't have a whole lot in common. But this is about choosing your own path. So you've been on your own path, doing you. But now you've got an Emperor here. The Emperor and the Empress. Take care. We'll see you soon.